Hello and welcome to Twin Watch 777. I'm so glad that you clicked the button, clicked on the video, and you are joining me here on my channel. Shout out to my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about um, two women on a Carnival cruise ship, and they got into a slapping incident, and now they are facing charges. So I haven't read this story. I haven't even looked at the video. So I'm going to read some of the story. Shout out to I think this is by MSN, and so I'm going to read some of the story here, and then watch a video, the news clip, and then go over on YouTube and watch a reaction to this video. So I'm going to click over here, and here we have it. Now, the title of this is Sorry That We're Here. Two women face federal charges in court after slapping fight on Carnival cruise ship. And so this is the black woman, this is the white woman, and I'm assuming these two are the ones who was into that slapping fight. So, and this is Mobile, Alabama. Two women appeared in federal court Wednesday after a slapping fight on a Carnival cruise ship. So here is the news coverage.
Tonight, two women in federal court after a slapping fight on the Carnival Spirit cruise ship.
Both now face more than just legal consequences. Our Claudia Nichols was in court today.
And Claudia, they had some things to say.
They did, Lanice and Cameron. Tonya Nelson apologized for having to be in court in the first place. And both she and Lisa Horace are dealing with consequences that go far beyond the courtroom. Both women say they've been banned from all future Carnival cruises and have also lost their Diamond member status, a loyalty status that can take years and tens of thousands of dollars in travel to earn. 51-year-old Lisa Horace and 58-year-old Tonya Nelson walked out of the Mobile Federal Courthouse Wednesday morning after their first hearing, both facing federal citations for simple assault stemming from a slapping match aboard the Carnival Spirit. Because the incident happened in federal waters, the case falls under federal jurisdiction. After a brief discussion with both attorneys, the judge agreed to withhold adjudication. The judge says if neither woman is arrested or has contact with the other for 3 months, the case will be dismissed. Horace's attorney declined an interview today but said, "We're just glad it's over," as they left the courthouse. Nelson's attorney, Buzz Jordan, says he expects the case to be dismissed.
My client and the other lady are both, great citizens, and I don't expect they'll ever have any more issues.
I don't think
Well,
so.
a final decision on the case is set for August 12th. I did reach out to Carnival to ask whether the company plans to reinstate the woman's cruise privileges or their Diamond member status. I'm still waiting to hear back. Lanice, Cameron.
That's something to lose.
Tonight,
Diamond
two
status.
women in federal court after
and they said that it takes years to get that status and to lose it like that. Okay, so this was like really, it didn't get into detail of what happened was the slapping incident, who was at fault, who started it. So I'm going to go over here and we're going to watch a video on YouTube. So maybe it have a little bit more details in it. I didn't really get anything from that news story except they both are facing federal charges, and if they don't have any contact with each other for the next 3 months, then the charges will be dismissed. Which I don't think they were. Assuming they don't know each other, but I don't know. So maybe that 3 months wouldn't. They can do that, especially if they don't know each other. So I'm going shout out to Taylor House Publishing for the covering of this story. So I didn't watch this. I try not to watch the video beforehand so I can, be authentic with my reaction. So let's get into this side of the story.
And that is Tonya Nelson on the screen there, who FAFO'd on a Carnival cruise ship when she slapped this black woman in front of her husband.
Oh.
Peace and blessings, all praises due to the Most High. This is just the most leaving black people alone. Just listen to this news video and I'll be back with a little commentary and explanation on the situation.
Tonight, two women in federal court after a slapping fight on the car.
Okay, we just saw this, so I don't know if he's gonna get any more from it. I don't know. Let's see.
Match. But this one gives a little details of what really started it. And I want you to listen to this and see how they skip over certain parts to make it seem like this was a mutual altercation. Okay. No, this white people were messing with that black lady and her husband, slapped the black lady.
What?
And then in turn, she got the brakes beat off of her from all accounts.
Okay. Fight on the high seas ends in federal court. What started as an argument on a cruise ship ends with slaps, kicks, and a federal citation.
Court documents laying out how a dispute between two women turned physical in front of passengers and crew members. Our Claudia Nichols has been going over court records.
Claudia, what started it?
Lenise and Cameron, according to FBI interview summaries filed in federal court, the fight started over a dispute about whether a couple was standing in the correct line. But what began as a sharp exchange quickly turned into a physical confrontation. Tonight, an argument on a cruise ship turns into a slapping match on the way back to Mobile. Investigators say the incident unfolded in March as the Carnival Spirit returned from the Bahamas. According to FBI interview summaries, the trouble started when Tonya Nelson confronted Lisa Horace and her husband while they were in line to settle their cruise account. Court records say Nelson told investigators she was trying to be helpful to the couple behind her and told them they were in the wrong line, pointing to a sign showing it was for Diamond and Platinum members. In her statement to federal agents, Horace said she ignored Nelson at first, but the encounter escalated when Nelson touched Horace's husband's shoulder multiple times. That's when documents say the two got into a heated argument. Horace told agents Nelson threatened to slap her first, and she slapped Nelson back. Horace told agents Nelson tried to kick her as crew members moved in. Nelson told investigators Horace jumped on her back. Federal court records say Carnival staff had to intervene as the struggle played out in front of several bystanders and staff. While federal agents were interviewing the two women here at the Mobile, Alabama cruise terminal, records say Nelson told agents she had previously been embarrassed for standing in the wrong line on cruises and said she thought she was trying to be helpful when she first spoke up. Court records say investigators later reviewed surveillance footage before both women were issued federal citations for simple assault. The documents also show the women did not know each other before the encounter.
Okay.
I reached out to Carnival Cruise Line for a statement asking whether anyone was banned or faced any disciplinary action after the fight. I have not heard back yet tonight. Both women are scheduled to appear in federal court in Mobile on Wednesday. Lenise, Cameron.
And so, has anybody ever been in that situation? You're in a line, minding your business, and some white person comes up and tries to tell you what to do and where to go.
No, and thank God I haven't, and I pray to God that I never will be, because I know how I get, Luke. I'll dish it right back at you. Nope, 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 nope. And then Nelson, she's a white lady. Why are you going to touch her husband anyway? You don't touch other people's husbands. Oh, for what?
This all started because this white lady, well, I was just trying to be helpful. I was trying to help the little black ignorant people get in the right line because they're too stupid to know. And I was persistent, even though they ignored me, until the woman said, look, I can tell you how the situation, look, man, stop touching my husband. But you guys are in the wrong line. You need to be over there. Listen, don't touch me. And then they said in that second video that the white woman, which is Nelson, threatened to slap the black lady. And that report, in that news article, they said, and Lisa Horton slapped her back. They never said that Tonya Nelson slapped her first.
Exactly. I was wondering what was going on because that first story, it didn't give no details, no nothing. I was like, what? Why are you even reporting on it? And it doesn't seem like Nothing really happened. But okay, so we have a little bit more detail in the first place. Now, Nelson had no business touching her husband, touching that other lady's husband, period, point blank, especially you strangers. I don't know where your hands been. And then number two, she threatened to slap her. How you gonna threaten to slap somebody? You threaten to slap me, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to just slap you back. No, that's just mm, I was gonna go. And then 9 times I am going to, it's not gonna be like boot, it's gonna be like it's gonna be like yeah, see, yeah. All right, let's get back to the video.
Well, Miss Horace said that the lady threatened to slap her, so she slapped her back. No, I read the reports, and Miss Nelson, the white lady, said, "Look, I will slap you." And then the black lady said, "Go ahead, do it and see what happened to you." That's what she said. Go ahead if you promise to do so. So she slapped her, and the lady went to beating the brakes off. They said in the report that Lisa jumped on her, but it was all a blur. Like now the white lady don't know what happened. Now, this was not a dispute. This was a white person trying to tell a black person what to do on a federal ship because the lady said
That's an assault. She slapped that lady. You don't just hold off slapping strangers. What's going on these days? And it just gets me that these white people just have the audacity that they think they can just lay hands on you. This is not 1819 or 1960. It's 2026. If you lay hands on somebody, then you should be to learn to accept the consequences of that action. You don't go around putting your hands on people. That's a no. You don't do that, and you're just asking for trouble. So I'm like thinking, what was she wasn't really thinking. What she thought she was just going to hit that lady and nothing happens. Are you serious?
that they tried to ignore the lady until she started putting hands on the husband. Hey, there's a sign right there. That was where you guys got to go. Just leave black people alone. We'll find out when we get to the beginning. Who made you? The white people are always trying to be the police of something. I just don't know what it is. Y'all always feel like y'all have to authoritize something. Oh, I'm just trying to be helpful. No, you're just trying to I guess you were trying to be helpful to the Native Americans too, right? And all of the other people that you go all around the world trying to bring democracy to. But this lady, this black lady who's enjoying the trip from the Bahamas from her husband, ends up in a federal court. And now they said the black lady initially tried to press charges on the white lady for hitting her, but they would not let her do so. What? Now, after reviewing the surveillance, they decided to charge both of them with a federal something, because anything that happens on a cruise ship is in federal court. But they declined to prosecute.
So I don't know why they arrested and charged, but I don't know if they was arrested, but they charged both women. Why? Well, this happened in Bahamas. Do they have different laws down in the Bahamas? I'm not sure. Wait, did they go to court in the Bahamas or they went to court in what, Montgomery, Alabama? I think from the first, I am not sure. But why couldn't the black lady um take her to court for assault? Because that white lady put her hands on her first. She invaded that black lady's personal space. So why couldn't she press charges for assault? I don't understand that.
Making sure that the ladies stay away from each other. But now this black lady can't go back on, her Carnival cruise, which she's achieved the diamond status, which is the highest status, for this white lady bothering her, messing with her. And the white lady said in the court, well, I feel like trash because, I shouldn't be here. I apologize for being, you feel like trash, probably trailer park trash from Mobile, Alabama itself. But, I find this once again disturbing because they're trying to make it seem like, oh, this was a mutual slapping match. No, that black lady was defending herself, and she had every right
Right.
to defend herself to the fullest extent of defensivity. And I know that's not a word, but I just made it up. The
That's okay.
fullest extent of defensivity when somebody puts their hands on her husband, first of all, and then her next. And so please, white people, I'm just begging, just leave us alone. We don't need your help. We'll find out when we get to the front line. Okay? All right, buddy? All righty. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments, y'all.
Okay, yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in my comment section because this is crazy. Um, wow. 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 That's all I got to say because they said it takes like years to reach that diamond status, and I know that black sister is hot. And they went on a vacation to the Bahamas. You should you're going there to relax, you away from home, you're laying up on the beach and you just relaxing, you on the waters and you just enjoying yourself, and here come the devil want to just lay hands on you. She probably sensed that the black lady was and her husband was feeling okay. They wasn't bothering nobody, and here this thing want to go and bother somebody. Put your hands on the husband and then you put your hands on the wife. So that is just bizarre. And I hope that the black lady get her diamond status back. I hope that she gets some kind of justice because that white lady needs to be charged with assault because she laid hands on her first. You don't go around laying your hands on strange people and don't expect anything to happen back. I mean, come on, someone come and put their hands on you and slap you. I'm pretty sure even instincts gonna kick in and you just gonna hit them back. At least my instincts will kick in. You hit me, the first thing before I even have a chance to think, I'm reacting. So I don't know what this white lady was thinking when she laid her hands on that black sister like that. Okay, so that's it. I will see y'all in my next video. Y'all be blessed. Okay. Be blessed, y'all. I'm out.